What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to I Am's Vision Station. I hope that everybody's having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Thank you for your likes and your subscriptions. They are very much appreciated. I'm going to go back through the messages for Malcolm Jamal Warner. And I'm not going to make this an obsession. However, it's something that ain't right, okay? I already put a little information up there yesterday. Some weird things came out. And it's matter funny how sometimes when we do messages as readers, okay, we look back through our videos if you do, and we pick up extra stuff. We are able to put more things together after the fact. So, I was pulling out little weird stuff about fruit and the airport and what else came out? Something about a hammer, something about metal and the machine and music. Malcolm did a little music I found, because after I did that video, I did looked him up and come to find out he kept his private life, his life private. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea that this man dated Regina King. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, well, it got to be something like I'm not saying, look, people are saying he was a good, wonderful dude, that he wasn't caught up in those scandals and nothing like that. But I'm still wondering, okay, he dated two other women before. So what happened with them? What happened with Regina King? You know what I'm saying? What happened with her? Then something about mixed fruit came up, and then cocaine came up. Y'all take a look at the video, okay? Before this video, something about cocaine came up, and I was like, an apology letter to somebody, a feminine energy, and I got to thinking. I said maybe somebody spiked somebody drink, or at the college or whatever, and took advantage of them because it was sex. And sex came up, and then metal and all that, and I took it as, okay, somebody could have handcuffed somebody, like held somebody down against their will, okay, and spiked their drink. You know what I'm saying? Maybe undercover somebody was involved in that type of situation. I'm not gonna say it was him directly, Jamal Warner, but he was or hanging around Bill Cosby. No telling what they were doing after, the fact, or if Bill Cosby had anything to do with this situation. Because I can't, this is all alleged. Let me say that too. But I just found it matter funny that Bill Cosby would just come out and say, oh, this remind me of the situation that happened with my son. Like, why would you even say something like that? Like, that don't even make no sense to me for Bill Cosby even say that, especially because he was on his show. And from what I heard back in the day, it was some stuff that was going on behind the scenes that was not kosher. Like Bill Cosby fired the young lady that got pregnant. What was her name? They really was against Lisa Bonet. I did not even as a child, I could feel the negative energy on it, and I think that's why why I didn't like the Cosby Show completely, because I could feel the negative energy from Bill Cosby when it came to Lisa Bonet. Okay, Lisa Bonet got pregnant while she was on the show, and she was fired. And then I just heard the guy, what's his name, the young guy that used to like Rudy or whatever. Okay, I forgot his stage name, Buzz or whatever. Some of that could have came through in the message for him too, because somebody was going to some type of therapy. Okay, then the letter B came up, and then when I looked Jamal up, because some people did call him Jamal. Okay, they didn't call him Malcolm. He was standing in front of a backdrop that had the letter B in it. Okay, I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, it was something about, I seen something about he was fighting the music machine, okay, the powers that be, when it came to the music industry and stuff like that. He made it, I was hearing stuff like he was making a way for black people to not have to deal with the machine based on, and the word machine came up, you know what I'm saying? And I said something like, it's a big difference between the machine and nature. And I did hear just recently that they talking some, oh, they gonna cut off the machine when it comes to the weather and all this other kind of stuff. So there's a big difference between the weather and the machine. Yeah, it was a lot of weird stuff coming up in those messages yesterday, and I was like, I gotta go back through here and see what else I can pick up when it comes to Malcolm Jamal Warner, and I'm gonna focus on him today, okay? And anything that come out could be surrounding, could be directly for him or anybody else that's connected to him, you know, as far as television, his family, or anything like that. His friend said that he was a wonderful dude. He had a good heart and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we all have things that we do that may not look appropriate to the public, okay? So I'm not up here naive thinking, oh, Jamal Warner ain't never did nothing wrong, because obviously something happened between him and Regina King and the other people that he was, you know, the other people that he was with, okay? I'm not saying anything that he did anything wrong, but something happened, okay? Something has to happen for somebody to split up. Okay, that's just basically what I'm saying. And yeah, please forgive me, but I'm not trying to be nasty or nothing like that. But I'm not slow when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I like to see the good in people and stuff like that. And yes, it is sad that Malcolm, you know, passed away or whatever. I still like kind of figured, you know, I just still can't believe it. Okay, but I think it's something else that's going on. Something else came up about a necklace. Okay, maybe he was dragged as well, because you know I was reading a little article where they was talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner was pulled out of the water by some bystanders, and they were trying to save his life, but they couldn't save his life. Then something else came up about pregnancy, a baby. Then ambulance came up, and you know, EMTs. Yeah, something about a necklace. Somebody could have got dragged. Okay, maybe that was the people dragging him out the water or whatever to the shore or whatever the case may be. They claim he got caught up in the high tide or something like that, and for Bill Cosby to say, oh, that same thing happened to my son, but we all know that Bill Cosby sacrificed his son. Okay, so I kind of find that weird, and that was one of the first things that came to my head. Like, not Malcolm, like this was kind of weird. Then you know, in the back of my head, I was looking at his age. He is 54 years old, and if you add that up, that equals 9. Okay. So if you flip that, that'll equal 6. And I wonder, I hope that So Madame coming in forward, because I get the feeling that she gonna come forward with this with that murder by numbers situation. Okay, yeah. So Madame is a beast at that. And then we got another blogger looking at the Jamatra situation. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to even go that far, but I want to see what's up in these freaking cars too. And then I seen something about a goat. Now, goat is normally related to Hollywood. Hollywood came up as well. It comes up. The goat is represented by Capricorn, the Baphomet. Okay, so that could have some. This could. Now, I didn't go too far into it, because normally something would indicate toward a sacrifice or whatever. I heard somebody else say, no, this wasn't like a blood sacrifice. This was an oath sacrifice. Okay. I saw a video where it appeared that maybe Malcolm knew that it was his time. Because if you sign a contract came up too. Hold on for a second, y'all. So contract came up as well for Jamal yesterday as well. Okay. Let me see. Malcolm, Jamal, Yeah, cause I found it funny too. When I was looking up his name, they said he got a daughter that's 9 years old. Okay, and I was thinking, I said, yeah, I remember when I first started watching the Cosby Show. I was exactly 9 years old. Okay, that's when I discovered the show, or maybe that was the same year it came out. I don't know, but that's the same exact day that uh the same age that Malcolm started acting. Okay, so I was wondering. I was like, I wonder if that's if he is a replacement for his daughter. Is his daughter about to step up? Okay, so his gematria number in English is 1912. In Hebrew is 1912. In English is 1110. And simple gematria is 185. In Jewish, it would mean you are my best friend, baby. She thinks she is my wife. Yeah, it's some weird stuff some other weird stuff. The month of September came out. Somebody else even mentioned, are we sure that Malcolm actually passed away on the 20th? Okay. Speaking of that, let me see if I can add that up right quick. So, June 20th. I don't know why I thought he died on the. So he died on the 7th. I don't know why I keep thinking it's June. It's 7, 20, 20, 25. So 7 plus 2 equals 9. You don't count the 0. Plus 2, that's 11. Plus 2 is 13. Plus 5 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. That's another 9. Wow. You flip that, that's 6. That's 6, 6. 6, 6. It got to be another 6 coming from somewhere. Okay, but yeah, I was reading up through this, and this situation seemed like it's so innocent. It seemed like it's so freaking innocent. Oh yeah, Michelle Thomas. I didn't even know he was married to her either. That's the young lady that passed away supposedly from stomach cancer. And I really loved her. Like, I cried when she passed away as well. And they said that he was at her deathbed. Yeah. So she could have, man. Look, I'm just saying. Bill Cosby might have a lot to do with this going on here, but I'm about to look through these cards and see what's going on here. Yeah, I really am. I'm shuffling the cards just for Malcolm Jamal Warner. Okay, so yeah, we shuffling up right now. Okay, man. Yeah, I had to go back through this because something just, if something don't sit right with me, like it felt like my heart was pierced, okay, and it just didn't seem adequate that something like that would just happen, especially if somebody, goes out into the water, go to a place like that, and then the weather been acting all funny and stuff like that. That would be the last thing I do, is to go out there in the freaking ocean or the sea. Sea came up too yesterday. Go out there in the sea knowing that it's been floods and all kinds of earthquakes and all kinds of stuff going on. Somebody even said, somebody could have told him that it was safe to go out there to set him up. You know what I'm saying? So we about to see what's going on. Malcolm, I need you to come through for real. You know what I'm saying? See with the ham fat going on for real, for real. We really gonna see. Stormy weather came up yesterday as well. I'm just going back remembering like all the stuff that came up in yesterday's messages. Yeah, something is really weird about this situation. All kinds of weird, like, I got sex vibes coming up. Mixed fruit. Then a priest came up. I was like, what the hell for a priest got to do with it? Then the airport. Then I did see a clip with him at the airport, and it was a white lady standing in front of him, and she was looking kind of weird in the face. I mean, I could be reaching when it comes to that, but uh, she was looking kind of weird. Like, I was like, is that the woman that he's supposed to be? That's supposed to be his wife? I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know who his wife is. Okay, but they mentioned his wife, who his wife is. But if he's with somebody like Twitch was, then I'm just saying. I'm just, I'm just saying. He could have went on the other side, y'all. He could have been in an interracial. I don't know. I gotta see for myself. But something definitely is weird about the situation with Malcolm. Okay, that's all I gotta say about that. Until I see what's up with these cards here. But something definitely is going on weird with him. I got a whole shitload of cards here. There's no freaking way. Okay? There's no freaking way that could be a mistake or anything that I mentioned. Okay? These cards is broken down to the point where you can find just about any freaking word in the English language. Almost. Or derivative to describe anything. So we got night, something about night. Okay, could be Knight or night. Okay, somebody is night connected to him. What is it, Keisha Knight possibly, or something happened at nighttime. Okay. We got hopes. We got hopes here. Okay. Night. Hopes. California. Where is he from? Georgia came up too for him yesterday. A few other states came up. Arizona. Let me see. Where was he born? He was born in New Jersey City. But did he ever live in California? I should have just went live. Oh, his wife is now white. She looks mixed though. Okay. They said she's 9. Why is they saying 8? And then I seen somewhere that the little girl was 6. Like, really, y'all they always like flipping, like switching numbers and all that kind of weird stuff. Yeah, just like, why can't y'all just get the information exactly the way it is? Okay. He was named after Malcolm X, I figured it. And his middle name is he was named after somebody else that's famous. I don't think he ever go to California, because California is definitely came up for him. He was a musician, because that came up for him. But I confirmed. Berkeley. ties to Berkeley College. College did come up for him, where he studied music in Boston, Massachusetts. California. I didn't see California yet. I could sworn I seen California. Something about a cat. Tennessee, Indiana, trafficking. Okay. And then just know too is any messages can come up through here about other things as well, just like my last messages. Okay. I'm just gonna put these in a row right here since we got trafficking. So somebody could be doing some trafficking through these places as well. Okay. Give me accurate detailed messages for Malcolm. What's up? Malcolm Jamal Warner. Give me accurate detailed message for Malcolm Jamal Warner, please. Out. Red flag. This came up for him yesterday. Red flag. Evil. Something evil. A spoon anniversary. What is up with a spoon? Okay. Cocaine came out yesterday as well. Evil. Red flags is out. Something about an anniversary. An evil anniversary. Spoon. What does spoon mean? Okay. I don't know what that means. I'm going to put this in a row as well since they came out together. Out, red flag, anniversary, spoon, hoax. Something could be a hoax about this. Spoon. Could be a rock band. It could be a name of something. It could be a form of cuddling where two people lie on their sides with one person's back against the other's front, resembling two spoons nestled together. It could also refer to a sexual position with a similar configuration, okay, to flirt or show affection. Something about something sexual. I said that in the other message. Something sexual could have happened with this as well. I'm going to put these to the side and I'm going to come back to them because I'm not completely finished with those. That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start looking stuff up because sometimes when words come out, it is not what we think it is. It could be something deeper. The color blue. Okay? I wonder if that came out yesterday because I think that did come out. Hulu. Okay? Was he on Hulu? Him and Eddie Griffin got into it too. Yep. He was on Hulu as Dr. A.J. Austin. Ain't that something? Just show y'all here. Hulu. Oh, this metal word came out again. Kitchen, bathroom. Yesterday, bathroom, metal came out yesterday. Something about mixing vegetables. Okay. Somebody's hand. Okay. Was caught up. Somebody could have got caught up. Somebody's hand got caught up. Or somebody could have got caught up in the situation. Doctor, he's not one of the general most impressions regarding colleague. I never seen this show before. I didn't even know he was on Hulu. Only place that I ever seen Jamal on was the Cosby Show and that show with Eddie Griffin. That's it. So something about the kitchen and a metal in the bathroom. I don't know what this about, but I saw metal yesterday. So I'm gonna put these together as well, cause I'm like, what? Got hopes, night, out, evil, red flags, anniversary. Something about an anniversary too. It could be an anniversary of something evil, a red flag, or a spoon, or an anniversary of somebody flirting. Okay. Bathroom, kitchen, metal. What kind of music did he last month? Something about last month. Okay. Something went on last month. Was he in a movie about a restaurant? Yeah, he ain't acting like he's doing that. So what else going on here? Trafficking was going on, or connected to him or his name some way, shape, form. This could be television. This came out yesterday as well too. Therapist. Did he see a therapist last month? That came out again. I'm gonna switch. I'm telling you to stay here. Okay. Yesterday I missed a few cards that my intuition told me to stick with, and I didn't. Corruption. Corruption. Possibly with a therapist. I'm trying to make this quick as fast as I can. Everything lining up that I'm looking for. Something about therapy. Let me see. Therapy. So he played a therapist. So it's telling stuff that he played in possibly. He was a prison psychologist. Outside faith, number one, or the beginning of something. So that was a first position. He was a prison psychologist for someone named Mike Ross. Okay. Go to work. That came out again yesterday too. First position, a therapist. Something about going to work. Okay, so it's talking. It looked like it's kind of talking about like movies and shit he played in. Debt. This came out for him yesterday too. College. Something about college debt in a letter from a feminine female. Somebody could have like wrote a letter and forgave somebody for like some type of debt. Okay, got past love here. 1,000 plus people, dollars, okay, or things, past love. He was an evangelist. Okay, let's see. H, the letter H. H block. Solid H block. That sounds like a prison block or something. Jail and prison came out for him yesterday as well. So this basically what I'm seeing so far is like maybe TV shows and stuff that he played. Carpet. What else going on here? So yeah, you tell me something about his direct life other than his freaking films. I need something else. Misdemeanor. Somebody got a misdemeanor in H block in Washington State. Somebody don't like to fight. Okay. Wednesday. Something happened with somebody on Wednesday. Or on a Wednesday. Somebody don't like to fight. Somebody was up in H block and they don't like to fight. Possibly in Washington State. Fire. So either that means that he a fire sign or there's a fire that's taking place in Washington State. Okay, or somebody started a fire. Okay, he doesn't like to fight. Let's see a car flip Arkansas. State of Arkansas. Manipulate, hydrate. Somebody manipulated. Somebody possibly could have manipulated the scene. Okay, because asphyxiation could be a multitude of anything. You can drown. You can be. That's what came up in his autopsy. Okay, asphyxiation. You can like be rescuing somebody and drown them, like, or suffocate them. There's a lot of ways you can suffocate. You can suffocate in your sleep, by strangulation, by covering up somebody's mouth and their nose at the same time, or sitting on their chest, okay, and covering up stuff, okay, covering up mouth and nose, March, okay. This could be a physical thing or something happened in March, okay. Yesterday I saw September and April. What happened to him? Was there any? I was about to ask, was there any red flags? But I see red flags right here in my face. Drowned. Okay. It says drowned, but something was manipulated. Okay. Something was manipulated, y'all. Okay. Let's just. Something was manipulated. Confirmation for the other bloggers. Transfer to a shelter. Somebody could have transferred him to a shelter or something like a shelter. Okay. Instead of going to the hospital, somebody could have transferred him somewhere else. Because I seen a weird movie like that on, I'm telling y'all, they got some wonderful weird movies on Tubi, and I saw this movie where somebody was a basketball player. No, not a basketball player, a football player, and the player got injured, right? And he wasn't gonna be able to play, and he had just signed a contract or whatever for millions of dollars, and it was like, oh no, we got to replace him. So they duplicated him. What they did was they put him on an ambulance, right? And they, unalived him, right? And replaced him with another person. But it was up in the under. They took, instead of them taking him into the hospital, they took him into like an underground, like bunker shelter type of thing, and unplugged him and all that. Okay, like yeah, it's real. Like they could do that. Okay, something about a fall. Somebody could have fell. Okay, or this could be the what is this? This could be like a season or something could have happened in the fall. We got inbound, an official, okay, or office. We got stars. So it's telling something about some stars, okay. Man, I'm telling you. Any accurate detail messages. What is this? Shorts. Somebody is short. Okay. Malcolm looked like he was a little short. Was he like 5'11"? Okay. He was short possibly. Or somebody was upset. Okay. We got the number 66. Is that the rest of the freaking 60s? Well, I just added up his death date and his birthday. I mean the age. Okay, and if they both came up to 9. If you flip it, that's 2 6s. Where's the other 6? Huh? Okay. Dates. I think I saw this yesterday as well. Volunteer 333. That's the other 6. 9 flip 6. Somebody volunteered to go on a date or something like that, or somebody volunteered. Somebody could have took his place or something like that. Okay, I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. Something just said that somebody could have took his place. Something. What was he doing? What was his last what was he doing? Last show 2025. What was he doing in 2025? His last public appearance was on a podcast episode released on July 18th. Ain't that a bitch? He was supposed to pass away on the 20th, right? If you add July the 18th itself equals 9. His last public appearance was on a podcast episode released on July 7th. 2025. 7 plus 1 equals 8 plus 8 equals 16 plus 2 equals 18 plus 2 equals 20 plus 5 equals 25. That equals 7. Where he reflected on his legacy. Hold on. Where he discussed his legacy and challenges faced by the black community. He also appeared on a podcast episode on May. Why are they mentioning May? I saw yesterday the word hot as well. He was remembered only by the roles, but also worked as a director. He was a director, a musician, and an advocate for mental health awareness. Therapist. He was an activist. Not all hood. That was the freaking podcast name. Not all hood. Something might be significant with that. What else? And the numbers right. Flying. That's exactly that came out yesterday as well. Flying, airports. Something could have happened at the airport. A belt came out as well yesterday. Something could have happened at the airport. Okay. And back in. Come back out if you coming. Made a better choice. Somebody need to make a better choice, or somebody made a better choice. Flying. Okay. Date, volunteer. Somebody volunteered to fly or something. The truth. I want to make sure I add these numbers up right. Oh, I didn't add it up right. Did I? Wait a minute. Yeah, I did. Hold on. 7 plus 1, 8, 16 plus 2. 7. Come on, so I can feel you coming through, baby. I can feel so Madame coming through. Y'all check out so Madame, Fame versus Sacrifice on YouTube. She could also be on TikTok. Protected, balanced energy. Okay, so somebody protected from the truth. This is all connected to him because I'm not focusing on nobody else. Okay, something about dry. The month of August. Choir, sing, hotel. The hotel got to do with this shit. He was a musician, so something about a hotel in August. Choir. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Okay. Minnesotians. They go in threes. There was two other people too. A dried up hotel or something was dry. Hawaii, strong. Two places, people. Two people were strong, maybe from Hawaii. I don't know what that means. Give me astral plane. Beautiful. Some man in the astral plane said somebody beautiful. The letter D. Ooh. The letter D is here. See the letter H here too. Okay. Something about a pillow. Michigan. Maybe it's about to rain in Michigan or Oklahoma, or everything will be fine, or somebody's telling somebody everything gonna be fine. Something about a pillow and rain. Okay. Something about a pillow, hotel pillow. Maybe something happened in a hotel with a pillow. Okay. Heart sharpener. Somebody seen. Hate. Sticky. Thousands. The gutter. Somebody like to fight that's in the music industry. I mean the beauty industry. Somebody seen hate in somebody's heart. Okay, thousands. Maybe somebody thousands see the hate in somebody's heart. They like to fight. Injured, belt. We got belt again. Injured. Somebody was injured with a feminine energy was. They got the same shit that came up yesterday in order. Wow. Wow. thousands seen hate in somebody's heart that was in the industry, in the beauty industry. This could be a sad message, but these are the same things that came up yesterday. A letter in exact order. A letter, feminine college. Somebody wrote a letter to somebody. Some feminine energy has a lot of hate in their heart. They could be sticky. Something about a belt or a belt. Somebody was injured. Something like that with a belt. Somebody's father-in-law or somebody's father possibly injured somebody with a belt. Or somebody seen somebody get injured with a belt. Weave. Somebody wearing a weave. Weave, lipstick. Base wearing a sweater. Somebody going to college. Somebody in college was wearing a weave. They spoke English, or maybe English has something to do with it, or maybe they was in English class or something. And somebody had a sweater on. Something about their ankles. A young lady or a father-in-law. Something about lipstick. Yesterday I saw makeup, but something about lipstick, English, weave. Yesterday I also picked up like somebody like that could be somebody around him as well, or somebody he knew. Okay, but I picked up like somebody possibly had on or was possibly forced to wear makeup, or was suggested to wear makeup, and it was a low situation for them, or they thought the situation was low and they had to wear makeup and it was too hot for them, or something like that, and it was a fantasy. Maybe it was saying that it was a fantasy that somebody was wearing makeup, that somebody would want to wear makeup or something. Somebody in the beauty industry who wears weave, bad karma. Ooh. Somebody might did something to him, or maybe some of this is bad karma. I don't know. Base. I don't know what that means. Yeah, you ain't acting with detail. Thousands. Dairy. Underneath the dairy. Underneath somebody's sweater. Weird message. Optimistic. Copying. Somebody copied somebody, or copying, or trying to copy somebody, or somebody is trying to copy somebody, or somebody did copy somebody. Somebody could have copied somebody in the beauty industry or something like that. Or they trying to copy somebody. Ooh. CPS shut down a player. Rest at the letter P. CPS. Wow. What does CPS got to do with this? What's the name? Had some other kids? Cause yesterday I saw ambulance, ambulance and baby, and somebody was pregnant. Somebody was a player. flirtatious. Ooh. Somebody was possibly cheating. We got a letter P here, and we got PH. If you put all this together, we got PhD. I don't know if this is a story or some type of movie type of thing or whatever, but what in the half it? Somebody getting bad karma for being a player. There may not be any justice. Ugh. So, I guess that confirms something. And somebody was held back. Okay? Take 2 steps back. Take 2 steps back. So, is that something what somebody told somebody to take 2 steps back? So they was held back. 2 steps back. There may not be any justice. Man.